records.
Yeah, well, he went back to the Olympics after he came in there. He went back to the powerlifting championships and shit and won it again because there was people backstage talking shit about, oh, you're not really the world's strongest man. So he went back and won the shit. So he could be like, ha 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 ha, fuck y'all.
How about with Ken Patera? Because he was supposed to be the world's strongest man. They were billing him that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things that just kind of changes throughout. It just kind of goes.
You're always going to have someone breaking.
Yeah, there's always somebody that's the world's strongest this or that.
No, King Kong Bundy. That's who it was. 5 count.
Bundy was like, what, 6'3"? That's it.
Yeah, I have to say, Bundy wasn't that big. And Bundy was there because they liked freak show sides. That's the only reason King Kong Bundy was there.
6'3" both ways.
Yeah, I mean, King Kong Bundy was kind of there for the same reason that George the Animal Steel was there. It was just somebody. It was a gimmick. It was a freak show. He was just a shoot. There was nothing else.
But yeah, we were watching that today. It was the Giants. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna go check out more though.
Dude, I'm telling you, get on to, if you have Xfinity, go on to On Demand and look up the Vice Network and look up the series The Dark Side of the Ring. If you want to see some serious shit about wrestling, watch that.
I'm looking for the one from the Road Warriors, the one you were talking about.
Road Warrior?
Yeah.
Or is it on that one or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, on that Vice channel, that behind the Dark Side of the Ring. It's kind of. Did you ever watch Beyond the Mat? The movie they released in like the late 90s. That went all behind the scenes and stuff like that. And had Terry Funk and Mick Foley and all those guys and The Rock and everybody talking about like just how hard it was and what the reality of wrestling life was actually like. If you take that and move it into 2020 with actual documentaries and like reenactments and shit like that on all the stuff that's come out, so people have stopped breaking, or people have started breaking kayfabe and have acknowledged that it's an entertainment thing. With all the stuff that's come out about all the guys in the late 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and stuff like that, that Dark Side of the Ring thing, it talks about the addictions and like the death, like the murder of Killer Brody, the Owen Hart, the Chris Benoit stuff, all of that shit, the Road Warriors, all of the stuff, like the other side of it, of like the drugs and all that stuff.
It might be on that Peacock thing, because Peacock keeps coming up as like Vice and stuff too.
Oh really?
So yeah,
dude, if Peacock has Vice, dude, go on there and look through the Dark Side of the Ring, because I think there's 2, maybe 3 seasons. But dude, there's shit on there.
It's a docuseries.
It's a series. Like it's like an hour long at the time. Yeah, dude, it's some shit. Like that's the one I was telling you. There's like, I think there's 2 episodes on Chris Benoit. Dude, that like. That was one of the ones that like legitimately watching it, I kind of had a hard time with it.
Because of the way they were portraying it?
Well, no, just because of you've never heard all of the information that they give you in there, like ever. Because when all that shit down, like Vince and everybody just went, okay, we don't talk about Chris Benoit anymore. Like just you fucking don't. There was no, when he died, there was no like, oh, ceremony, silence, nothing. Well, they did it because it was on a Sunday, so on Monday night they did it, and they did the whole thing, and then it came out a couple days later, and like they just never acknowledged Chris Benoit after that. You can't talk about him, you can't bring him up. There's legitimately like rules that you cannot mention Chris Benoit at a WWE event.
Do you think he is probably not necessarily the worst one, but like the worst scenario that ever happened? Or who do you think's been the worst scenario?
Well, look, there's been a lot of fucked up shit that's happened behind the curtain in wrestling, but he's the only one I know that murdered his wife and kid.
Yeah.
That kind of takes the cake.
It's just weird how fuckers can just go crazy out there like that.
Well, and that's the thing that's why they do it in 2 episodes, is because you really get to watch him spiral. Like you hear the stories of him slowly going further and further and further and further into this just delusional, dark, like obsessed fucking version of him where he just falls apart and eventually just snaps.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah. Wrestling, yeah. Well, Scrub, you're listening out there. Yes,
we're gonna bring you dude. We're gonna bring you down, bro. I think we're gonna get some microphones. We're gonna put you and Johnny on here, and we're gonna start wrestling for a couple hours.
We'll do a special wrestling of that one. Like we're not.
We'll warn y'all. We'll be like, this is the wrestling episode, is what we'll title it. So that way you'll be like, I don't want to fucking listen to this shit.
They're already gonna be from here on there. Like, oh, there it is. There's the wrestling episode. It says it.
Yeah, right fucking there.
But yeah, fucking. Oh my god, just kids. Burger King. I don't even want to fucking bring up them personally, but my god, today was just that day that I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, let me give you the scenario, and homeboy's listening out too. I mean, I almost called him out because I was like, you seriously said that? I'm like, but okay, wait. Chicken sandwich. Okay.
What kind of chicken sandwich?
It don't matter, but at the chicken sandwich from Burger King, we'll say that, we'll start for that. Even the original. What were the main 2 ingredients that came on the sandwich? Actually, let me tell you this. What are the 2 only ingredients?
On like the Burger King long chicken sandwich, it's mayo and lettuce.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. If I come through the drive-thru and I say, "Let me get a chicken sandwich, no mayo," no mayo. Let me, reiterate that. Add mustard and cheese.
Then you just fucked up your chicken sandwich, but I'll still make it that way.
Okay, but what ingredients go on that sandwich?
Lettuce, mustard, and cheese.
Okay, for some fucking reason, every time I order that sandwich, I've done it at McDonald's, they've done it. I've done it at Wendy's every once in a while. But Burger King is the fucking worst.
You act like they're a sponsor, so we shouldn't be talking shit on them. Just fucking bomb them, dude. Go for it.
I'm just saying, I fucking hate
Burger King
them.
ain't giving a shit, so fuck them.
I fucking hate that they just can't read. All I said was no mayo. I didn't say no lettuce. I pulled back. As soon as they told me, like, yeah, just pull up to the thing, I was like, okay, cool. As soon as he brought out my food, I'm like, fucking pulled right back in reverse and pulled right into, because nobody was behind me.
Yeah.
And I knock on the
Knock
window.
it on the window, like,
Yeah.
hey.
And then my stepson, I was dropping him off too. So
Yeah.
he's standing right there with the gentleman who took the order. And I'm sitting there talking to the lady. I go, look, I know it's not your fault, but I don't know why nobody can read. I go, I don't say no lettuce. Why the fuck do they take off lettuce? And I won't never fucking get it. So anybody out there who does this, fuck you. You don't read.
Just remember, negative publicity is
I'm just saying.
So
Yeah.
you pulled back and knocked on the window to your...
And handed this lady my fucking chicken sandwich.
where you had just dropped off your stepson for work.
Yeah, I dropped him off one way, came all the way around. He wasn't working yet though. Hey, he wasn't working
He's
yet
not even
though.
on the clock, just
No.
standing there going, the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
Dude, and he was even standing there. And he caught eyes with me, and he even was just like, hi. Like, I'm there. Hi. I gave him that whole like, oh, God, really? I just dropped you off. You still need to tell me hi.
The smart move is do not
surprised you didn't
engage,
give
do
it
not
to him and
acknowledge.
say, "Go change
Walk
it."
if you're not on the clock yet, turn around, walk the fuck back out. If my dad's screaming at somebody where I work at, I'm not acknowledging that motherfucker even exists, let alone that I know him.
And he doesn't have to, but why he said
Ah, fuck no, dude.
Hi.
If you back up and go all Karen at my job, I'm like, I don't know this motherfucker. Who's that crazy motherfucker at the window? Shit, that's some bullshit. Fuck that guy.
And you know what? I'm gonna take pride in that. I understand why people out there turn into Karen sometimes. I take pride in that shit. Cause fuck that.
Look, man, there comes a point in time where you just gotta let a motherfucker know, I'm sorry.
You want $15 an hour? Work like you fucking earn that shit. Don't fucking no. At that rate, no. $7.25 minimum's fine for me. You go have that fucking job. That's all they have to do. Is just
Look, if you're 16, 17 years old working at Burger King, no, you don't need to be making $15 an hour because you're working to live underneath your parents' roof.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a manager or you're working there and you're like 20 something and you got an apartment, sure, I can see the $15 an hour. If you're 16 years old working and living at your parents' house, you don't need $15 an hour.
No.
You fucking don't. Especially because I know half the motherfuckers are going to work high.
and they don't want to read.
Well, yeah, that too.
I would, dude. Even if I was high at work, I would read.
I still got every goddamn order right.
because I read it like 3 times.
Yes, because I was so paranoid that I was too high to be working that I read that shit on the screen.
Oh,
I
shit.
looked down.
No
I read
one
that
gets-
shit on the screen again. I made one. I read another motherfucker on the screen.
I would stare at the thing
Yep.
for like 5 seconds, like,
Yep.
no mustard, no mustard.
I was like, did I really see that? Like, because there was always that one abbreviation that you would forget every day.
Yeah.
So you'd look at it and be like, Noma? What is the fuck is Noma? And somebody would be like, it's no mustard, asshole. Oh yeah, my bad. Shit. Fuck. Sorry.
I forgot
I'm
mustard.
high. I forgot.
I forgot mustard even came on that sandwich.
Well, see, and here's the thing: is I totally understand. I can say that shit because me and one of my buddies that I will not name, when we were living together, and I will just name him because I can't stand the motherfucker anymore, and I kind of refuse to acknowledge his existence. But we had an apartment and we were living together with him, me and him and his girlfriend, and we both went down to Golden Corral, the one that's on 36th.
Okay.
We went down there to apply for jobs, and it was our first day. We went in there for training, right? Mm-hmm. And we decided to get high as fuck before we went in because we're like, we're just gonna be watching videos. What the fuck's it matter?
First day.
Got high as balls. Walked down from Washington Terrace from our apartment down to fucking Golden Corral. Walk in there, and the dude's like, all right, let's get you guys all set up. Giving us the talk, boom, boom, boom. And it's me and him and the manager sitting there. And like the manager's like, this room that we're in is maybe about as big as what we're sitting in right now. And there's the three of us and a TV.
Okay.
And he's putting them, he's like, all right, man, we're just going to go over some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And give us this whole, he's like, all right, you guys psyched? I didn't hear, are you guys psyched? I heard, you guys high? And I walked the fuck out. Boop! I left.
You quit?
I walked the fuck out. Because in my brain, I was too fucking high and he knew it. And so he's like, you guys high? Like, yelled it. And I was like, well, just lost this job, so I fucking left.
Did they ask you back?
I left. Homeboy stayed until they gave him a lunch break, and he just did the same thing. He left on the lunch break they gave him. He walked all the way back up to the apartment, which is like a 45-minute walk. Walks up there, and I'm still sitting on the couch like, how did he know, bro? How did he know I was high? That's some bullshit. Like I had a breath mint, I had my tie on, I had done fucking Visine.
You straight up analyzed this whole
like I was sitting there,
situation.
like sitting back in the apartment, fucking breaking it down. Like, how did this motherfucker know I was high? Like fucking like some beautiful mind bullshit. Like I got equations going and shit. And my fucking roommate was walking back, and he's like, "Bro, where the fuck did you go?" He's like, "You just walked out." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Are you guys high?" And he like yelled it. He's like, "No." He said, "Are you guys psyched?" I was like,
Oh.
he did? He was like, yeah. He said, are you guys psyched? Like, are you happy? Are you pumped? You ready to go? I was like, that's not what I heard. He's like, I get that. But you know how fucked up it is that you just walked out of the room, didn't say anything, just walked out. And left me standing there alone in this room with nothing but a dude and a TV who then looks at me and goes, is he going somewhere? And all I can say is, I don't know. Can I watch the training video? He's like, so I sat there and watched 2 hours worth of training videos until they told me I could come to lunch. And I figured that you weren't coming back. So I think we both just quit. So, yes, I understand that being high at work is a thing.
Yeah.
But if you legitimately, it's not that hard to double check something. It's not. I mean, granted, I probably should have sat there for a minute and been like, bro, did he just ask us if we were high? And listen, get a little bit of correction and clarity on it before I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm out. Just.
I mean, yeah, we have done some crazy shit, you know, but okay, being educated nowadays, this is how I would put it. I would set forth any information for anyone out there who does smoke weed for like the first time or as kids. Dude, when we were younger, our tolerance level was like,
fucked.
Yeah. Like we could smoke 2 hits and we were gone.
Yeah, mine was, I had a really low tolerance for like the first like year.
So
And
the
then I got
feeling that
stupid.
everybody gets, the euphoria, that's the first 20 to 30 minutes. Some people it goes on for about a fucking hour. But after that, that's when everybody's mind finally just, oh shit, like, oh fuck, I'm high. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm high, but I'm not as high.
I'm high, but I can function now.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's where the whole 2 to 4 hours comes out. Okay, you're still
the
high.
existential dread of, dude, you smoke too fucking much has
Yeah.
gone away.
Yeah. So, okay, so I get it. If people want to smoke and they know that that's what level they get, give yourself some time.
Know your tolerance. Know what you can and can't fucking do.
If you know you want to be high at work, you know, a half hour before. Go
Well,
smoke.
here's the thing. If you want to be high at work, that's fine. Be high at work. I got no beef with that. But you have to accept responsibility for anything that happens while you're high at work, and you have to understand exactly how high you can be at work. Because I've had plenty of other jobs that I've gone too high. I've done production. I have done construction. I have done working in the theater. Tattooing is the only job that I've never done high.
Cool.
And I refuse to. It's just not, I'm not doing that. It's not a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, I can pull a nail out of a fucking board. I can recut something. I can't make a tattoo go away. So I'm not fucking with it.
Okay.
I completely understand that more than likely I could probably tattoo high if I wanted to. Yes, because I understand how high I can get and function.
Your tolerance.
And I do a lot of my designs while I'm partaking in marijuana. But that's because I'm drawing on a fucking digital pad or a piece of paper. So I'm like, I don't like that line, so I erase it. I understand that. But the other part of that is you have to understand exactly how high you can be to be in certain places. Like, just going into the general public, you should probably understand how high you can get before you get super fucking paranoid.
Yeah.
Because I do it with you on multiple fucking occasions, it seems lately, that I'm like, I'm just fucking, me and Wally, we're going to go longboard or something. I'm going to take a hit. Take another hit. He went by me again. I'll snag that joint. I'm taking another hit real quick. And I'll do it one more time. And I was good at 3. And then I take that 4th one. I'm like, damn.
There's that.
I was good. And now I'm on my longboard with like my knees like it's fine. Just write it out. It's good. It's fine. You'll be all right. Just write it out. It's fine. Just listen to the music. It's fine.
And that's the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 10, 15 minutes ago. Bro, that was too much. It was too much. I told you not to do that. It was too much. See, you think you're fucking showing off. Why you need to take that much? Fuck, you should have just gone and be cool at 3. He offered. He's like, you want another one? You could have said no. You didn't have to fucking take it. Why the fuck did you take it? Meanwhile, I just use Ice Cube with my ear just, Wi-Fi connection, bitch!
And it even comes down to the whole, like, the parents trying to sit there and say, like, oh, don't make sure you check your kids' candy for edibles and
Nobody
stuff.
is giving away edibles.
Would you?
Dude, look, if I find a house that's giving away edibles, there's not a single fucking kid that's making it to that door. Do you know why? Because every fucking parent that is out there taking their kids trick-or-treating, all the smart ones that look like us are going to that fucking house.
Oh, you got the good candy?
It's like, oh shit, you got them Swedish fish with 30 milligrams? Fuck, give me 2. Give me 2. Give me 2. I got a long night of walking. Give me 2. This gonna fuck my back up. Give me 2.
If there was that way that they did give it to where it was like, I know your parents are going to check this, so when the parents are checking it, it all says right there, kids do not consume. Oh yeah, that's one.
Look,
Like
if you want to be that dude that's giving out edibles for Halloween, do every light on your house green.
Yeah.
Just every light on it. There's not a skeleton, nothing. There's just green shit everywhere, and I'll be walking by going,
It looks like a dispensary.
yeah, I'm like, that's a little weird that it's everything. It's Halloween. Why is everything lit up green? And then get up there and just have like a sign that says "No kids" with a candy bowl underneath it. I'm like, oh, he's helpful.
Can I take 2?
And they'd be like, hey, bro, like I got a homie. Can I? Is that cool? Like he's already down the road. He done passed your house and didn't notice.
I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah, it was like just one for me. I'll give it to him. Like I'll call you and let you know, bro. Like,
But I mean, people out there that
there's
out
no
about
razor
that
blades
shit.
in your fucking shit. Nobody's giving out edibles to children because that's a waste of good fucking money.
Yeah.
And trust me, there's not a single fucking adult in this world that's done weed or marijuana or any other drugs that said, it'd be good to just get some random child high and let their parents deal with them. There's not a fucking person in this world that is a decent human being that fucking thinks that.
Yeah.
Because we're all like, dude, kids on that much fucking sugar are big enough dicks that I don't want to deal with them. I don't want them to be on a sugar high, and the first time that they're fucking like 9 years old is the first time they get high on weed. So now they have the munchies while they're already on a sugar high, so they're going to eat more of their candy, which continues the sugar high. So even though when they do finally come down with the weed, they're still all spracked out on candy, and now they're mad that they ate their whole fucking pillowcase full of candy in one fucking night, and they're just so fucking, at 4 a.m, they're just sitting in their bed just fucking vibrating. There's not a fucking person in this world that is fucked up. There's not a single stoner in the world that is going to go through that thought process, because that's a stoner's thought process.
Yeah.
No, that's how that works. Because every stoner in the world has done that. There's somebody made cookies or some shit like that had weed in them, and you ate a cookie, and you were sitting there bullshitting, and the plate's still sitting there in front of you fucktards. It's all the weed cookies, and the closest munchies that you have sitting next to you are now the weed cookies. And you start to get the munchies like, oh,
Them cookies
them cookies look good. Your brain doesn't go, bro, there's 30 milligrams of weed in there and you've already had one. You go,
Yeah,
that's a chocolate chip cookie and you eat that shit. You eat the whole thing and you eat it quick. And then about 20 minutes later, your brain goes, oh, you're real fucking high now, buddy. And you're like, oh shit, them cookies got weed in it. And you look down and the plate's gone. Because you and the 4 other dudes around have just been pounding cookies for like 10 minutes, and everybody's now ingested 200 milligrams of marijuana in like 45 minutes, and you're all just sitting there kind of staring at each other going, I think you may be too high to function right now.
That's that euphoria.
Yeah.
That slams people.
Yep. Trust, you just kid, and everything kind of goes, no, I'm not doing shit though.
There's been times, bro, where me and my cousins and stuff, we would be coming down from Tremont, and like we'd wait. My homeboy pulled out a joint like right about 12th Street.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't be driving. He's like 12th Street, like cool. And I'm over there, just cruising off. As soon as I pull off of 21st Street, just so I'm getting ready to go into Washington or fucking Washington Boulevard and everything, I got fucking right to that stop sign, dude. And I swear to God, it took like forever for that car just to come to a complete stop. And as soon as it stopped, I looked over at my boy and he looked at me. He's like, "All right?" I'm like, dude, I am fucking gone.
Yep.
So I understand when kids get that high and you're trying to function. Yeah, I've been there. I understand. So if that happens, cool. You want to smoke
If
before
that's why
work.
they're fucking up your chicken sandwich, I get it. But tone your shit back down a little bit.
Yeah, smoke a half hour earlier.
Yeah. If you got to be to work at 5, don't smoke after 3. It's not that
Or
hard.
don't smoke 5 minutes before 5.
Don't smoke on your way to work.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
But anyways,
it's not a thing.
one thing I do like to, like, as a stoner's mind come about, like, this is for anybody out there. My whole thing kind of goes on probabilities. Like,
Okay.
what is happening right now that everyone's doing or so? It's like 2 ways to look at perspective. Like, at any given time, there's somebody out there having sex, no matter what.
Yes.
There's never a stop continuance in time of people not having sex.
Yes.
So now, the other day, like my girl, she was untangling this necklace. She said it took her like 45 minutes. So within that 45 minutes, even at that, how many people in the world do you think were sitting there and untangling
How many
necklace?
people were doing the exact same thing?
Yeah. And
It's one of those probability things that just kind of spools up in your head. Yeah.
and as a stoner,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's also like the first time I ever had this thought. Like I will tell you the exact thought I had is we were sitting around. I don't even remember where it was. I think we were hanging out like at a bar or something like that, and I had dapped up like 3 or 4 dudes that I had fucking run into and shit like that, and everybody else was sitting because I was the DD then, so everybody else was drinking, so I had just smoked on my way down there. So I dapped these dudes up like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up?" Yeah, fist bump, shitting them out, and I'm sitting there in this fucking bar, and I'm watching people like shake hands and fucking change drinks and shit, and my brain just went, everybody that you've ever shook hands with probably has had a dick in their hand at least once.
I hate those thoughts, man. You just sit there.
And I just sat there for about 5 minutes going, I'm sorry, why the fuck are you talking to me like that? Like, just like talking to my brain, like, bro, why would you do that? Like, why that?
Yeah.
Like, what, how did, just from dapping up motherfuckers and watching people, like, shake hands and shit, did your brain go, they've all touched dicks? Like, why? Why is that where you go?
It's so weird. You could be sitting there thinking about like, yeah, damn, that dude's got some cool ass Jordans on. Oh shit, look at that fucking jacket and shit. How many dicks have? Oh.
Right? I like them shoes. Oh, she's kind of cute. Oh, dude, her boyfriend's a dick. They've all had dicks in their hands. What the fuck? Where did you make that evil Knievel fucking jump in logic, bro? Like, what the fuck?
And that's what I'll do sometimes. Like, I'll be at home just sitting there painting a figure, or I'll like be going through a book or something, or looking for some video game, and I'm always like, I wonder if somebody's looking for the exact same game or whatever.
Yeah, just the probability game of how many of the people are doing exactly this right now.
And I know that may sound like weird ass thinking, but honestly, I'd rather think like that than other.
I think everybody does that at some point in time.
But I'd rather do that than think about, oh, I hated the way Stacy was dressed today. She fucking, oh my god, why would she even do her hair like the people that sit there and just rag on other people.
Put that much energy into hate.
Yeah. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, Stacy. Oh, my bad.
Right.
I'm over here.
Stacy's mom does not have it going on.
I'm over here like, okay, which Shazam, this or whatever in a box or whatever. Who's cutting it open? And yeah, I'm the one that thinks weird.
Yeah, no, we're the fucked up ones. Dude, speaking of weird jumps in logic, because we're gonna jump way the fuck over here now.
Let's do it.
So I love my documentaries. Like I love to watch documentaries, right?
Dude, I love them too. So if you have any good ones, anybody out there have any good ones?
I found a YouTube channel, and I will have to tell you what the YouTube channel is. But I found a YouTube channel that is all like World War II like history shit about like battles and just different fucking like there's ones on certain tanks, there's ones on like certain battles and shit like that. It is pause that so there's no fucking sound. Timeline World History Documentaries. That's the YouTube channel.
Already 3.1?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, it's so good. But I just watched one on there that's called The Vendetta for Adolf Heinrich.
Adolf Heinrich?
Adolf Heinrich. Now, Adolf Heinrich is called the architect of the Nazis. He's the architect. He's the one that made all of the trains run right to get to their certain destinations and the camps organized and stuff like that. He's the one that organized all of this shit.
He was an engineer?
He was
an architect.
They called him the architect because he's the one that put together the plans for how the trains would go from picking Jews up in the ghettos to getting them to Auschwitz, to getting them into the showers and stuff like that. All of how they would separate them, how they would move them, and all that stuff was all something that he designed, all of it.
Okay.
It's his thing, so they call him the architect, and that's what he designed. It was the weirdest thing, because you know how they always talk about the Nazis, like where they had like their escape plans, and they after the fall of the Third Reich and stuff, they went here and they went here and they went here. Mm-hmm. This is one of the dudes that actually ended up in Argentina.
Is he still alive?
In 1960, the Jews, the Mossad, the Jewish special forces from Israel, went to Argentina and kidnapped this motherfucker. 4 fucking dudes from the Mossad. Dude, it's crazy watching the documentary because they're old Jewish dudes. And like you can hear them like, hey, then we went here, and then we struggled. Like, they got that fucking accent on him. It's fucking beautiful to listen to. He's like, and then he was wrestling on the ground. He couldn't quite get his hand over his mouth, so he was screaming. So I had to honk my horn to cover the noise and shit. Like, they're talking like that. And like, these are now like 80-year-old dudes because this shit happened in 1960. 1960, they were still hunting Nazis. 1960, bro.
Yeah.
When were you born, Johnny?
64.
4 years before Johnny was born. They were in Argentina kidnapping Nazis to take back to Israel for court and processing. Not to kill them, to fucking legitimately put them through courts and have them criminally charged. Not to take them back and execute them. To take them back alive were the orders, to bring them back alive to face court and due process.
God,
Were they executed afterwards?
More than likely.
Yeah.
But still, you don't get the pleasure of just being executed. They kidnap you and bring you back to Israel to face judgment.
Fuck.
In the fucking 60s, bro. That shit's ridiculous.
We didn't even have cell phones back then.
It's the 60s.
Yeah.
That's 20 years before I was born. 20 years.
Only 15 years after World War II.
15 years after World War II.
I know, but it's just because everybody's like, oh, fucking, it was back in the day, it was fucking Nazis and fucking blah, blah, blah. Bro, there's still people alive that were in Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm. We're coming up soon.
You can't, there's no way for you to be able to deny racism and white supremacy. You can't. You fucking can't. And anybody that's like, oh, it's not a thing is fucking stupid. It's not a thing you can deny. When they were literally hunting Nazis in the 60s, when there's still people alive that were separated and never saw their grandma again after she was put on a train by Adolf Heinrich. You can't. It's not a fucking thing. Like, I get the people like, oh, well, fucking the slaves, the blah. I get you can make your dumbass argument of like, well, I never owned a slave. Oh, well, fucking good for you.
Like if they were supposed to,
Yeah,
and we're supposed to give them.
Well, that just
or
makes it
whatever.
sound like, well, if I was there 300 years ago, I might have, but I didn't. It's because you weren't alive. You didn't have the option to be like, yeah, I'd like a black person, please.
And they say it now.
Yeah,
like if it,
like it's their defense. Well, I never owned one. Well, no shit.
so if you did,
I've never done heroin. I know it still exists. I've just never done it. You know why? Because I was like, nah, probably kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, same reason I never put on a Klan hood and throw up a Sieg Heil. You know why? Because it's fucking racist, and it's the fucking thing. But you go, no, I'm not racist, because I didn't own a slave. There's a lot of people now that didn't own slaves that are still real fucking racist. It's not that hard. Just because you weren't there doesn't mean you can't be racist or part of a racist system. You know, fucking whatever.
I love how some people will try to conclude with that. They go, well, I'm not racist.
I'm not racist.
I'm not racist.
I'm not racist.
I've known 3 black people all my
Right?
life.
I almost hit a black guy with my car yesterday. I'm not racist. What now? What the fuck did you just say, Todd? Fucking relax.
And Todd said,
And Todd said the black man is a curse. Wow, Todd's a racist. That's crazy.
I still love.
Yet another reason that you know the fucking Bible was written by people that probably weren't brown or black.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of white dudes that wrote that shit. Cause, oh, I don't like black people. We should make them a curse. Cause fucking yeah, that sounds like a good thing.
Over here in this book, we'll call them Nephites or Lamanites or Gophites or.
Look, the Nephites and Lamanites are technically Indians. Those are the Indians and the Mayans.
Okay.
Those are people that are kind of okay as long as we educate them and they stop worshiping like Quetzalcoatl and instead worship Jesus.
Yes.
Then they're okay.
Sometimes Joseph Smith.
But the black people they
got screwed.
They're bad.
They got screwed.
They're bad
Oh my God.
because one dude was trying to kill another dude, and I was like, well, you can't do that, dude. So now you got to be the dude playing the dude trying to kill the other dude for the rest of your fucking life.
Viet Cong.
That's right. You now have to be a blackface for the rest of your life as a curse because one dude tried to kill another dude, and I was like, nah, I don't like that. So now you're all cursed.
And
That's fucked up.
And how would they talk back in the day? Sun.
Yeah.
Dark. Skin.
Yeah, dark, scary. Him dark, him scary.
Him.
Yeah, says the white guy.
They had all British accents. I saw the movies.
Ricky Gervais did that shit. For anybody out there who talks to Jesus Christ, please tell us what accent he talks in.
I saw the Romans. They had British accents.
I have often that's my favorite thing is I want to find a channel that just has different people like from different cultures read the Bible, like in English, but just with their accent.
Yeah.
Like I just want to hear a dude from like Uganda just read the fucking Bible.
And Lot let in his 2 daughters.
Right. And God said, "Let them be right." And then just like
Chinese.
just a really old like Japanese dude, man.
Do it, man.
That'll be all right, and it was good, yeah.
Start from the very beginning.
And have the Jamaican dude over there like, yeah, boy. Said, let there be light, man. You know,
In the beginning, man.
Yeah, I want to hear that shit because it's all bullshit. So just let me hear it read in all the different dialects. So I'm like, I like that.
I still want to hear the passive aggressive 14-year-old that reads it, the atheist.
Oh yeah.
I want to see how he did it. That one just intrigues me so much. Anyways, God, I love the people that hate around the world. That's one thing it triggers. Just one person hates, and we're like, "Fuck you! Fuck you for hating!"
Well, like, true. Here's the
How
thing.
did we get across?
Is before you got here, I said me and Johnny were just sitting here bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what me and Johnny were talking about. Was like it just being raised around people that are already inherently racist, and you're like, can I have a reason? Like, don't like them because they're black. Yeah, but give me a reason. Well, because they're black. No, I mean like, why? Like, I understand they're black, but why shouldn't I like them because they're black? Well, because they're black. That's a color. It's not a reason. But don't like them because they're Hispanic. And well, they're Hispanic. I fucking get that. I can see them. I know they're not like me, and they're Hispanic. Why does that mean I should be like, fuck that guy? Like that dude and anybody that's his color, fuck them because ... reason.
The details behind
Look,
Trump's
in
plan.
any scientific thing where you state a fact, you have to cite where you got the information and give your conclusion. If you could do that for racism, okay, that's great.
Then you're starting to...
Well, and we were talking about it. Like, there's some other people that fought in World War II down in the Japanese theater. Mm-hmm. So if you saw a couple of Japanese dudes shoot your best friend in the face, I can understand that you have a little bias there.
Okay.
That I can connect those dots. Does it make it right?
No.
But I can at least be like, why you're like, fuck those guys.
Okay.
I can at least go, okay, so you're mad at them. I get that. They took something they stole your bike so you don't like Mexicans. I get that.
Yeah.
Does it make it right? No. Does it make it understandable? I mean, you're still fucking stupid, but I get it. I get why you're like, yeah, fuck that guy. I get it. He looks like the dude that shot my best friend. Okay. He looks like the dude that stole my bike. I get it. He looks like the dude that fucked my mom after my dad left. I get it. That was a black guy joke. I get it. I understand that you have a biased opinion. I get it. Does that mean that you get to propagate that and expound upon it and be like, now fuck all of them? No. But if you're like, fuck that one guy because he banged my mom and I had to listen to it. I get it.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy because he stole my bike and I had to walk to work. I get it. Fuck that guy because he blew my buddy's face off in 1937. I get it. Does it make it right? No. Does it connect the dots? So I'm like, I understand your bias now.
Yes.
But if you're just, fuck that guy because fuck that guy. Nope. Doesn't work that way.
But that's how it's supposed to be,
No,
man.
it's not. Look, white people, you're not the top of the food chain.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have to add in there too, bro. Like, and I'm sure it happens with every race. But I've seen Mexican people like that. I've seen black people like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just something that's just for white people. I mean, yeah, we do see it a lot more in a melanemic type of situation.
White people are just way louder about it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean-
so is that like the new slogan, racism, not just for white people?
Racist, not racist, just for...
Well, that's the thing. Is that, and that's another thing that I said to Johnny here. I inherently believe there is a difference between racism and white supremacy.
Yeah.
Racism is racism. Mm-hmm. Fuck that guy.
I don't like his skin color.
Fuck that. You can exist. Just be the fuck over there. You be black over there. I'm gonna be white over here.
You be Mexican over there. I'll be Chinese over here.
Segregation is racism. Mm-hmm. If you go, okay, you shouldn't be here because you're a different color and I should have everything because I'm fucking white. That's white supremacy.
Yeah.
That's a whole different steroided out, dumbass, uneducated level of racism.
Ideology.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I'm better than you because I'm white.
Really?
Go hang out in Hawaii for a couple of weeks. Guess what? Guess who got the sunburn? Nobody else but white boy. Betting you're not fucking better. Go to Israel. Walk across the desert.
And what about those people that do get sunburned? You go to touch their skin. They don't like it.
If you're melanemic, you're not fucking... You are not superior to anybody if you are melanemic. It's not how it fucking works. If you are white, there's a whole lot of the fucking globe you're not going to exist on very fucking well. Fucking lots of it.
Any of the 4 countries Russia breaks into.
Well, look, that's what I'm saying. Like you might get some parts of Europe and Canada and the U.S.
And Michigan. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get the U.S., you get Canada, you get Alaska, you get part of the U.K. and some of Russia.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, that melanin is really key to you fucking existing and not shriveling up and burning to ash.
And why is it that Australians look like they're not melanemic? Like, they're like the white people that, I can take a sunburn, watch. And they don't get sunburned.
I think they do. I think they spent so many years as a young child getting sunburned that eventually it doesn't affect them anymore. they basically turn into tan leather.
Yeah.
Like their skin just gets tanned like you would tan a hide. So they get slightly thicker skin that just develops as kind of as awkward melanin because Aussies aren't white. Mm-mm. Like Aussies aren't like UK white.
No.
Like Aussies are like white like me.
Yeah.
Like they'll get a little sunburn for a day or two, and then we go right back to being just slightly brown and crispy.
Yeah.
But they're never like white.
I even, like, Nina, when she came in
Yeah.
and asked her, I was like, so, do you like being called white? She's like, no. I'm like, why? She's like, I'm Russian.
Yeah, I'm not white, motherfucker. My blood alcohol content is all vodka with a little bit of blood in there. Yeah, that's the thing is it cracks me up so many times that like Irish people, Scottish people, people that are a lot of people that are British, a lot of people that are Russian and shit like that. They're like, oh, you're white. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I'm this. It just so happens that we don't have a lot of color over there. And the funny thing is they all give the same scientific reason as to why they're white. If they're in that little area there. They're like, no, I'm white because we never see the fucking sun. It's always raining. It's always cloudy and overcast. I see the sun once a year. And I'm like, oh, it's like a nice 70 degrees. And then it rains the rest of the 19 months of the year.
So that's everyone from Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle, Scotland, Ireland, Norway, most of the UK, Russia, Alaska,
And Minnesota.
yeah. Dude, go to Michigan. Go to Michigan, go to Wisconsin. If you want to see what white looks like, go there.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like that is the definition of white people.
Damn.
Like anybody else, like if they're German, British, and stuff like that, you are melanin deficient. You are British, you are Russian, you are German. You're not white.
And it's weird that
And they get mad about that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking cracks me up. Not white. Well, as a category, no. Look, you fucking American. Because that's what they do. Is they never look back at us and like, look, whitey. They're like, look, you fucking American mook.
The word American, trust me.
Yeah. Nobody says American as a good thing anymore. Have you noticed that? They're not like, oh yeah, fucking Americans. They're like, fucking Americans, man. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck those guys.
What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, yes,
Florida guy again. Here we go.
Yes, we've become the Florida guy of the world.
Okay, so probability. How many motherfuckers in other countries right now are bitching about America?
Are going fucking Americans. Dude, that is a probability I would put money on. There's not a chance in hell that there is not a few hundred, if not 1,000 people going, fucking Americans right now.
Fuck those guys, man.
I mean, granted, there may be a lot of them that are Taliban that are doing that right now, but still proves the fucking point.
Even if it's just that, you want to take the probability even lower. Even just, no matter what.
How many other white people are saying that right now?
Even that, yeah. Like, how many other melanated people out there, Germans, Swedish, everything, say, am I fucking Americans?
What the fuck are the Americans doing, man?
And I get it. I'm sorry. Like, when people get mad, they're like, oh, you're supposed to be defending America. I would. I would proudly do it if fuckers wouldn't eat Tide Pods. If fuckers wouldn't. Let me take this ivermectin.
Look. Am I happy that I was born in America?
Yeah.
Yes. Am I happy that I have the freedom to sit here in front of this microphone and
say
scream whatever the fuck I want?
Hear all this bullshit.
Yes, I am very thankful and happy that I was born into that. Am I at any point in time going to try and convince you that America is the greatest nation in the world? Fuck no. We are one of the youngest nations in the world. We're a teenager right now that's just pretty much angry at everybody. So not really gonna be I'm not gonna give us too much leeway. Like I'm gonna let us do some shit, but I'm like, bro, you should probably calm the fuck down on that. My other thing on this is there's no reason that seems how we're one of the youngest countries in the world that we should be like, oh, I don't know, the police of the world.
Yeah.
And just feel free to go in and just, you get democracy now. And then be like, oh, it didn't work out. Sorry, we're going to go. Like, I get that's not a thing. And I understand that everybody's like, yeah, America, fuck yeah. That's cool, great. Be happy to be from America. But if your only thing is that you have to hold on to somebody that was a white supremacist piece of shit that never ran a good business in his life and is just going to constantly throw everyone else under the bus to try to save his own ass, and then blame everything else on the other people that have stepped in that are trying to clean it up, go fuck yourself. That's not how the world works, because everything that is being blamed on the dude that's in there right now, fuck it. A lot of the shit that everybody's mad at Biden for right now, Trump started. Mm-hmm. A lot of shit that everybody's mad about at Biden right now, Bush had a part in. The Clintons had a part in. The other Bush had a part in. Fucking Reagan had a part in. I understand the way he executed leaving was not right. Mm-hmm. I also understand that the French said that they went out and found the guys that made the attack that killed the 13 Americans and killed them. Mm-hmm. I understand that. And I understand there's a lot of people like, fucking Biden should have fucking done that. Why? Why is it our job? Why do we have to be the ones? Why is it always the Americans' job? Why is that a thing? Why is it like, oh, America should go out and fucking do it? Why?
Why?
Why does it have to be us? There's plenty of other sovereign nations out there. There's 130 some odd sovereign nations. And I understand everyone's like, well, fuck it, we have the Second Amendment. You know what part of being a sovereign nation is? The fucking Second Amendment is part of being a sovereign nation.
So everybody...
There's 130 some odd other nations that have the right to freedom of speech.
The right to bear guns.
The right to freedom of speech and the right to guns, the First Amendment and the Second Amendment are in a lot of places. The freedom of speech is in damn near all of them.
Yeah. That's been established.
That is a thing that most sovereign nations have, that you will have the freedom of speech. You get to say what you want to say. We will guarantee you that right as a sovereign nation. There is far more sovereign nations than there are dictatorships. So why, just because America's like, America, fuck yeah, guns, boom, and shoot some shit. Why is it our job to make sure that anytime anything happens, that we're the ones that are like, we're going to bomb you, we're going to shoot you, we're going to blow you up, we're going to give you guns and fucking democracy. Yeehaw, fuck my sister, I'm out. Like, why? Why do we have to be those guys? It is not our fucking job to be the world police. That's what the UN's for.
Yeah, even the UN's probably like...
The UN is literally, that's what it's designed for, is to have all the nations come together to talk and discuss things that are for the entire globe.
As a peaceful
situation. As a United Nations.
Oh, people don't want that. For fucking what? I'm tired of all this shit already.
And there's no reason that America gets to run and go, nope, I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that. Look, 1776. 1776 is when America became a nation. China, Japan, goes back a few, 1,000 years?
Dynasties?
The British Empire goes back to what, the 15s? 14s? 13s?
Mm-hmm. Dynasties. Long reigning dynasties. But suddenly, because America's like, fuck yeah, we got nuclear weapons, yeah! We're the world police? Mm-hmm. And because we're not afraid to pull the trigger, we're the ones that get to make the rules. What the fuck? How about we're the ones that the UN goes, bro, maybe you should sit the fuck down for a second, maybe we'll handle some shit. Yeah, just chill. Be the
It's fine. We still got a lot of shit we got to work out for our fucking selves. Because, we're only a few hundred years old.
But everybody expects us. They want us to either have the full foot in there or nothing at all. But then blame.
And look, there's a lot of time where we should probably just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I get it. And here's the thing. This is in no way, shape, or form denigrating anybody that has ever served in the military. At all. I have nothing but love for anybody that is willing to put their life on the line for something they believe in. I have the utmost respect for that.
As I said on the last one, if you're going to quote him on this, listen to the whole fucking thing. Don't be sitting there pickpocketing, pick shit.
I have nothing but love and support for anybody who's a veteran, anybody that's now currently serving, anybody that wants to serve that has made that decision. I have nothing but respect for you, and I wish you the best and safety, and I hope to God that you get to come back and actually be a regular person again without some sort of shit that has been thrown at you and fucked you up mentally or physically or any of that shit. I pray you nothing but the best, and I will always support you in any way I fucking can. But The unfortunate reality of it is that our government does not give a fuck about the people the same way. The government doesn't care about civilians. The government doesn't care about the soldiers the way they say they do. They just fucking don't. Old, white, greedy men do not give a fuck about the young men they send off to die. They will tell you they do. They will tell you, oh, I love and respect him and I hope the family. They will tell you all kinds of shit and they will throw you a pittance to try and make it okay. But they do not give a fuck. And I will never, ever believe that the government, most of the government officials that are higher up, truly give a fuck about the soldiers. Ever. If you are that easily provoked to go into a war to throw thousands of people at, just throw them at there and just be like, fuck it, go. I will always support the military. I will always support the veterans. I will always support the troops, but I will never submit. I can't back. That's why I don't believe in the government.
Their policies.
That's why I just don't fucking trust them.
Yeah.
I never have. I never will. We are one of the few that have a dominant two-party system. We're pretty much the only one that has a dominant two-party system. Everybody else has 12, 13 little subsects and stuff like that, and it's not a two-party system. I understand there's like the two houses of parliament, blah, 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 over in the UK and shit. Yes, but they are mixed parties. Mm-hmm. We're the only one that has Democrat and Republican fucking choose one.
Yeah.
And then like Ralph Nader and the Green Party and these guys, blah, blah, blah. And the rest of them are apparently fucking jokes. Why? Because that would be inconvenient if we had more than two parties. Mm-hmm. Because...
You ever notice they never even come close?
Well, that's the thing. It's exactly why Bernie Sanders got shit on the way he did. Mm-hmm. Because Bernie Sanders was like, well, yeah, but if we did this and just kind of all work together, it'd be a thing. I'm like, no, that's fucking socialism. You can't, no, You got to choose a side and fuck the other people. Why? It's a two-party system where only thing they care about, the United States of America is a business, not a fucking country. Because it's about making old white men more money to do what they want with.
Which is literally nothing.
They don't care. People want to be a politician so they can be a career politician and be rich and wealthy, not because they want to do any fucking good. Politicians at local levels are politicians that want to do something good because they still interact with the people. Mm-hmm. By the time you make it up one of those fucking Senate floors or shit like that, you haven't seen a regular fucking person in years. And when you do, there's a barrier or security in between you and you're like, oh, fucking the common man. You've then become the ideology that hopefully you got into politics to be against. There should be a term limit in politics. Mm-hmm. You should get 4 or 5 years. And then after that, get the fuck out.
But they still need to have experience, though.
I don't give a fuck. Give it a lottery system. Do the same thing
I
don't give a fuck. Do the same thing as you do with jury duty. House of Congress is 97 people that are randomly selected to be put in there together. And you have one dude that is set in there that's been a politician for 20 years. That's his job as ringmaster is go. Now that's fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. But everybody else is... there's a fucking welder. There's a fucking tech business guy. There's a kid that just got back from serving in Iraq.
A bus driver.
Yeah, there's a bus driver. You have the whole floor of people from all over the place. There's a dude from Alabama. There's a dude from Alaska. There's a dude from New York. There's a dude that lives in Brooklyn. There's a dude that lives on the Upper West Side. There's a dude from Utah. There's a dude from fucking Hawaii. Mm-hmm. You get all of those people in there represented. So there's a fucking diverse, actually dichotomy of Americans, not 87 white dudes and white ladies that have been in politics since the Jim Crow era that no longer fucking care. It doesn't fucking work. My God, now I'm going to have to run for mayor or some shit. Fuck me.
But at this point in time, though, dude, I mean, look at it. Even if we didn't trust them, and even if a lot of people were just like, well, no, but even if a lot of people are like, well, they're taking away my rights and everything, what rights have we honestly lost since all this has happened? I mean, other than like people losing free speech and all that, but.
Well, that's the thing is if
everybody's gonna, that's what everybody's gonna bitch
if putting
about.
a mask on is taking away your rights, you're fucking stupid.
That's what I mean.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. If you're like, I can't, you make me wear a mask, that takes away my rights. No, it fucking doesn't. No, there's no right taken away from you. You weren't told you can't go into this, look, put the fucking mask on. You'll put the seatbelt on because they told you to. You'll wear your shirt in the store because they told you to. You'll take the ticket because they told you can only drive so fucking fast. Mm-hmm. But as soon as they tell you to put the fabric on your face, suddenly it's your right. That's not a fucking thing. You don't get to pick and choose. It's not. This is coming from a fucking straight up anarchist. Do I trust the government? No. Do I trust the people to do the right thing? Yeah.
I'd hope.
And unfortunately, most of y'all motherfuckers are proving me wrong. Mm-hmm. Because there's way too many fucking people out there like, nah, fuck them. If they die, they die. And now it's starting to be on both sides of it. Mm-hmm. Which I don't get. I understand because I said it a couple weeks ago. And I popped off in the mouth about it. That if you don't take the vaccine and you end up in the hospital, that we should be like, fuck you, it's your thing.
Yeah.
I popped off with that.
Yeah.
And rightly, it's not a right thing. It's not the fucking thing to say because it's the same thing that everybody's saying on the other side. At that point in time, it is spitting nothing but venom and it doesn't fucking help anybody. Mm-hmm. So that was ill of me to say. It was fucked up, but it was how I felt in that moment.
And
My bad.
And this is who we are. We
take charge. Yeah, and it's the thing. And like I said, I will take responsibility for what the fuck came out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. Was I wrong on that? Yeah, it was fucked up to say. But that's the thing is now it's getting to the point where everything is becoming about spewing venom more than it is trying to have a discussion about it.
Yeah. And then nobody wants to just sit there and listen to anything. Everybody's just like, no, this is what I heard. This is what I heard. Fucking all these folks around me are like, well, if that's what you want to believe. That's what believe. Like, why the fuck you guys keep talking? Like, if you guys want to believe, it's what you understand.
Yeah.
You want to believe, cool, but dude, get out of my way with that. Like how we've told people, you want to talk politics with us, cool. You don't vote, go away. I don't want to talk to you. Because for one, people who don't vote, they don't get it. You guys want to talk about taking someone's rights away or people fighting for their rights? Voting is our number one right. And all these fuckers out there take advantage and sit there and like, whoa, fuck Biden and fuck this and fuck Obama and fuck Trump and fuck whatever. But yet they don't vote.
No.
It's like, you want us to listen to you? You want people in office to listen to you, but you don't vote? Fuck off.
Well, you obviously don't want your voice to be heard that bad if you don't care to cast a vote. Well, that's how they track you. That's how they find you. Guess what? No, it's fucking not.
No.
Nope.
They
Not how any of that shit works.
can track you however the fuck they want.
Yeah, one, you're not that special. We've covered this before. Go back a few episodes. I'll tell you my whole tirade on this. It's fucking great to listen to. Trust me, I know. I've gone back and listened to it a couple times. I'm like, that's good shit.
Yeah. And it's not that we're trying to sound negative or positive. It's just that we don't know. Me personally, I don't know how to look at it anymore.
No, that's the thing is it's a hard conversation to just fucking have with people. Like even people that I like and respect. There's a lot of shit that I simply won't discuss with people anymore because I don't know how. Mm-hmm. Like I know as soon as it's brought up, it's no longer a discussion. It's going to turn into a screaming match at one point in time that somebody's going to start yelling me at some shit that I'm like, well, I just asked a question. Why the fuck are you yelling at me? Like I just want to know your point of view. I don't want to hear you regurgitate and scream some shit at me. If you don't like the dude, that's fine. Don't like the dude. But if you just don't like the dude because somebody else told you not to like the dude, and there's no facts behind it, that's the same thing as not liking a black dude because somebody told you not to like black dudes. That's how weird. Wow.
I just don't like this guy because of this skin color. That's all.
I don't like him because they said I shouldn't like him. And they don't like black people either, so I'm going to try and not like black people.
It always comes back to that fucking Westboro church people on that religious. I don't hate them. God hates them.
He's just using me as a tool to hate them. What the fuck?
I'm just helping. I'm working on my way to heaven.
I'm working in a mysterious way for the Lord by being and just a racist piece of shit.
God hates fags.
I'm sure he's not a huge fan of cigarettes. I'm sure he is. Fucking cancer's a bitch.
And that Phelps guy, hey, I guess if he was still living. But as we said, like with the vaccine, cool. You don't want to get it? Cool.
Don't get it.
If you do want to get it, thank you. But if you don't want to get it, don't get mad when we say shit like the more anti-vaxxers, the less anti-vaxxers. Because that's what it's coming down to.
Look, if you don't want to get the
It was rushed.
No, it wasn't.
It was an iron lung that I had to use.
Look,
I've never had chickenpox.
If you ever want to tell me that the vaccine was rushed, you're fucking ridiculous. Because it is not rushed because it was based off of other vaccines that had already been in production. What was rushed is going through the stages that usually take longer. They cut the red tape so they didn't have to go through those stages in multiple successions. They didn't have to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They could do A and B at the same time. Then E and so they could stack and test multiple samples all at once instead of having to do it by singular things. It was a fucking vaccine that was already in production. It was something that we already knew about. It's a SARS COVID. So there was already SARS vaccines that they could spin off and try and do for the variants. Mm-hmm. Which is a thing that they do with, I don't know, the fucking flu every year when there's like, well, this flu's variant this year is a little weird, so we'll have to change up the vaccine a little bit. And nobody says shit about it, except for like, well, there's fucking mercury in the vaccine for the flu, and I don't want to be a fish. What the fuck?
And that's the only thing they come out with.
There hasn't been mercury in the fucking vaccines for decades. And when there was, it was like a 0.003%.
Probably more mercury than we have. Probably have more in our body right now anyway.
Eat a fish stick. Go to fucking Red Lobster. You'll get more fucking mercury in your system from eating a Red Lobster than you ever did from a flu shot. Guarantee.
But I don't know what's in it. How do you know what's in those lobster tails?
I don't know what's in the steak I ate today. You know what? I don't care. It was goddamn delicious.
But see, that
I don't care if it was grass-fed. I don't care if that fucking thing ate babies. It was fucking delicious.
But see, by other folks' opinions at that nature, bro, that perspective, they'd be telling you, well, if you didn't know what was in that, why'd you take the vaccine if you don't know what's in the vaccine?
Tell me what's in my tattoo ink.
Water? Based?
Give me the full rundown of the ingredients in my tattoo ink. If you want to bitch about me, if you want to bitch to me about you won't get the vaccine because you don't know what the fuck it's in, what the fuck's in it, when you can look up the shit online, tell me what the fuck my inks are. Exactly, word for word, ingredient for ingredient. Because that shit's going to be in your body longer than the vaccine will.
Yeah.
Because that vaccine will die when you do. My ink will last at least a week longer than your fucking body does. My shit's permanent.
Yeah.
A vaccine will die with you, bitch. My ink ain't going nowhere.
I just don't
They unthawed fucking Vikings and Neanderthals that still got fucking tattoos on them. You know what's not in their system? Fucking vaccines. That charcoal they rubbed on their cut, gone.
That's because they didn't need them anymore, bro.
Oh yeah, it's because they were an all plant-based diet, so they didn't have any with the weaknesses in their soup. Yeah, fuck vegans too. Fuck y'all. Fuck vegans and anti-vaxxers, and a lot of you fuckers are the same people, so fuck off.
If you have a solution, present it.
And I don't
That's
want
all we
to
ask.
just don't make it be the final solution, because Adolf already tried that. We know how that fucking turned out.
I'm just saying, if you're going to be a preacher about like, oh, well, this is the greatest thing ever, details. Plain and fucking simple. Details. That's what people want. If you can't provide details, you don't know it. You don't know what the fuck you're presenting, and you need to stop.
See, and here's the thing: I will bag on vegans, and I will bag on vegans fucking hard. And here's the reason why: is because the dudes that I know I have a couple of buddies that are vegan, that are chefs, that make delicious fucking food. They're incredible. They're fantastic. I will eat their food any fucking day they put that shit in front of me.
They'll make a steak.
And I will know it is vegan as fuck. And there's nobody, there's nothing. It's fucking delicious. Mm-hmm. And I will eat it, and I will be like, cool, peace out. You know what they don't ever fucking do? Get all vegan preachy. They don't. The vegans that I know, the vegans that I respect, that I'm down with, are vegan, and that's their thing. You can eat a hamburger in front of them. They're like, bro, really? And I'm like, dude, it's good. They're like, all right, man, as long as it tastes good, fuck it. Do your thing. Mm-hmm. Or if I get into discussion with them about, like, yeah, I'm fucking vegan. I wear leather shoes, blah, 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 this and that, and shit like that. They're the ones that can go, okay, but yeah, if you do look at this, and for your diet-wise, if you did this and more of this instead of this, and you have more proteins that are plant-based as opposed to proteins that are red meats and stuff like that with all the fatty tissues and stuff in them, technically your body does break it down easier, and it's better for a plant-based diet and stuff like that. If you can present me with scientific fucking facts, I will listen to you all day long.
Whoa.
But if your argument for vegan is like, but cows are cute.
Well, was that just a bunch of details?
Yes. See, here's the thing. There's a documentary.
I understood it!
I know. There's a documentary you can actually watch on Netflix right there. You know who's vegan now?
Who?
Most power lifters.
And I bet
most bodybuilders.
And I bet you they do.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. and Lou Ferrigno are on plant-based diets. Do you know why? Because the proteins break down better and go to your muscles faster and stuff like that. There's scientific reasoning that I've watched and gone, oh, I get that. It's a valid point. I still want to eat meat, though, because it's yummy. Am I choosing to eat meat because it's fucking delicious? Yes. Am I denying that plant-based diet may be more beneficial than me? Nope. It might be. There's been facts, like the last 3 world champion bodybuilders and shit, like the guys that have won the Schwarzenegger Classic are dudes that are on mostly plant-based diets. It works. It's a thing. It's a provable fucking thing.
And they've probably broken it down on everything and tried it.
Yes.
Data, research.
They've put it into practice
themselves.
They've got systems written down of how much they eat of the proteins and stuff like that, and they have it all down.
All these results that they're getting.
Bodybuilding is a science. That dude right over there can attest to that. Bodybuilding is a fucking science.
Yep.
And I guarantee there's a lot of people that just went, wait, Arnold Schwarzenegger eats vegetables? Yeah.
Yeah.
Always has. You know what he does? He eats more of them now. But it's science. It's empirical scientific evidence that plant-based diet is probably better for you. But guess what? I still love to kill and eat a cow. It's fucking yummy.
So he dies at 101, you die at 89.
That's great. Look, I have told everybody knows my theory. If I make it to 75, I fucking won.
Yeah.
At 75, if I want to, I can try heroin. If I overdose at 75 from the first time I tried heroin, cool. What you gonna be like? Oh, he was so young, he had so much. I'm fucking 75. I made it to 75. At that point in time, I'm playing. Whether I do or not, I'm playing senile. I'm going to the nearest fucking fountain with a bag of marshmallows every day at 2 o'clock. And you're going to find me in the fountain, buck naked, eating marshmallows until the cops show up. And every time I'm like, I don't know where I am right now. Can you take me home? That's what happens if I make it to 75. Y'all better pray that fucking steak kills me.
I thought that happened when you were high.
It does, on occasion. That's why I don't do ecstasy and LSD anymore. Because it has happened similar to that before. But yeah, I make it to 75, it's fucking on. Game fucking on, I won, I get to do fucking whatever. As long as I'm not hurting or killing people, I'm doing some dumb shit. I'm doing some dumb shit. Y'all think I'm fucked up now? Wait till I win. Wait till I win. Y'all are in fucking trouble. Because by then, there's going to be way worse things to me to have access to than just a fucking podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right now, you're just listening
Yeah.
to the ideas.
Yeah. Wait till I can beam my voice into your fucking head. Yeah. Wait till a hologram just pops up in your car. It's like, yo, fuck yourself. Yeah.
Fuck yourself, just don't fuck your sister.
Yeah, that's right. You can fuck yourself, just don't fuck your friends. Yeah, just wait. Wait till I'm 75 and I finally get my fucking hoverboard. Oh, everybody's fucked. I'm Marty McFly, bitch. What you gonna do?
McFly!
Yeah. You better make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
It's make like a tree and leave.
That's right.
Still one of the best. But yes, we are here, 2 G's and a Mic podcast. What's up? Frankie's Tattoo at Clearfield. This is where we do it at. This is the office.
Dude, I was thinking about that walking in here today. Mm-hmm. How many things we have done out of this parlor. Like how many things have come out of, like, I understand it's a tattoo parlor, but how many things have come out of this shop?
When it was the headquarters to the BMS.
Headquarters to the BMS. There was a shirt making, a silk screening shop.
Yeah.
There's our podcast.
Yeah.
Dave's done multiple illustrations for people.
Yeah. What was the one I was just thinking? Well, we filmed the TV show.
Yeah, we filmed the TV show here. Think of how much shit has been produced just based out of these insane motherfuckers that work in this fucking parlor.
Yep.
And the funny thing is when you go back and you look at it, all the shit that's been produced that has left this parlor and affected somebody else on a large basis, and it has been seen on a large basis, has all been from the dudes that are still fucking here.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad's having a baby.
That's all that.
Holy shit. That just fucking hit me the other day. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I didn't know you could procreate.
I was like, oh my god, he's got another one.
Hey, at least the first one's older. He doesn't have to worry about
It's true.
them. They're already to that age where it's like, nah, Dad, you
Put them together, let's make them fight.
little brother's throwing the baby.
Yeah, fuck him up. Anyways, run down the sponsors for him.
But
That's
yeah,
fine.
got that. Frankie's Tattoo Parlor out of Clearfield, Utah. Check them out. 8 great artists. 801-773-7651. Lane Vision Network, always helping out with the podcast. Thank you. And you got YouTube, Jeff Nichols TV. Check them guys out. You'll see us on the podcast down there sometimes. Sometimes we have it there. But yeah, and then of course, all of us and all of you that listen to the podcast, you want to tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Anchor FM through Spotify, or if they are Apple users, Apple Podcasts. Check us out. 2 G's and a mic. I love it. I fucking love it. I've been getting more feedback every week now. It's more of just feedback just straight out to me. Like messages, clients that come in. You guys are great. I fucking love it. I'll talk about anything y'all want me to fucking talk about.
Yeah, like a lot of you guys, like I hear from you, like, oh, it's so great, it's funny to listen to you. Like you just go off, and it's like the same shit that I yell at people in my car. I'm like, I get that, but if you want to hear me go off about something, fucking tell us.
Yeah.
If there's something you want to hear me talk about, let me fucking know.
I mean, if you want, here in like 8 years, if we haven't rant about it, I'll rant about fucking wontons for a whole hour if you want me to, man. Good fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're
almost 30.
Are we almost 30 in?
Almost 30.
Jesus, man.
If not, this might be 30. And next week, I may be here. We may be recording a different date, or we may have just a different guest in my spot. So
yeah, we might do some shit. I don't know.
We're just gonna let it be random.
Yeah, we're gonna figure something out. I don't know. I might just come in here and scream at the walls by myself again. You never fucking know. Fuck! Hey, man, it's good for the soul. Sometimes you just gotta yell.
That's why you want the word on the wall, huh? Just because you walk in, you're like, fuck.
Look, it's just a thing, and I know my neighbors hate me because I do it at least once a week.
Do what?
That I just walk out in my backyard. I'm like, fuck!
Are they LDS?
My whole neighborhood is.
So
they're LDS, or they're former LDS, or they're like, I at least wouldn't curse in front of the LDS people, and I'm just out there just screaming it at the top of my lungs as loud as I can. And it's not like midday. It's usually like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Like I just got to get it the fuck out of my system.
Yeah.
And I just fuck!
Dude, that's kind of like when we were on the longboard trails and shit, and I'd just be like, I'm white.
Yeah. Yep. Same fucking premise. Yeah. That's why I was never really fazed by it, because it's the same fucking thing.
Especially in that video when I said it, and you're like, no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm white. No, you're not. I should apologize, but apparently I'm the one who's not white. So I mean,
But remember, you're only white when what? You're only white when you hurt yourself.
oh yeah, that's true.
I love when you came out on that. It's nice. It's nice to know that I'm white when I hurt myself.
I forgot about that.
That was one of my favorite ones. The one where me and you went through fucking Ogden. Oh yeah. Dude, I fucking love that one.
I forgot about that shit.
And if you guys ever see any of our videos, yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones. What is that one called?
I don't know.
That one's Boats, Bitches, and Cody. Yeah. That was that one.
Oh shit! I remember that one. Was that the one with the Mark Kelly bit?
Yeah. Munchie, Mark Kelly.
That's my favorite thing about those videos is even though they get cut down to like 15, 20-minute videos, there is 3 hours of footage that nobody sees of us being total fucking idiots and not giving a fuck, and I love that shit.
Oh no, trust me, he can vouch for it too. There's been times where we're just going off and he says something or I say something and we both just kind of like, maybe that shouldn't be on the video.
We should edit that out.
Like that Trump 2020 video that we have, that one's max. Like, you go on there and see the stupid shit we say, and you'll see how crazy we get, and that's still light.
Yeah. Even that. The Trump wave still stops at a certain point. Yeah. Yep.
I still love that too. I gotta stop teaching him shit. You see me in the background.
That's That's true.
And the part about that is I love how it's one arm, and then you see me
the
switch
other one, you just switch it up. Yeah. Yeah, you're like a stuttering cheerleader. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not this way. It's this
No,
way.
no, I thought I gotta point that way. Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, loving the Sundays, loving all the feedback you guys give us. Oh my God, you guys are great. Especially when I sit here and you guys just repeat what we say. Like,
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. To hear rants that I've done come out of somebody else's mouth to go, oh fuck, people actually listen. Ah, shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers actually pay attention to the shit that comes out of my mouth. Because I will wholeheartedly admit that I go back and listen to every episode to kind of double check that what the fuck I said.
yeah, just so if anybody ever came up and was like, hey, what
No, it's because legitimately I don't remember.
Oh, you don't?
I don't remember. Here's the thing. And it's the same thing that we did with all our BMS shit and stuff like that.
Okay.
How I was like the human soundbite machine. It goes into autopilot. When we start doing shit like this, when a mic comes on or when we're doing something like that, it's no longer like blah 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 blah. I should say this and say it. It's not. That's not a fucking thing. This is me live on stage, just going. So I will go back when this comes out and I will listen to it. And go, okay, yeah, I get that. Yep. What the fuck did I just say? Hold on, wait a minute. Oh shit! All right, because there's some shit that I think that never comes out of my brain until I get into a focus like this, and then that filter just kind of like slides slightly to the left. It's like, if you're gonna say it, fucking do it now.
Yeah. If we're gonna get rant or whatever,
Like, look, I'm 28 episodes in now. There's no point in pulling back on the reins and going, no. At this point in time, it's only gonna get worse.
that wasn't the real me.
Well, and here, look, that's not an excuse I'm ever gonna. That wasn't real me. Nope. I said that shit. Should I probably not have said it? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said it, or at least not like that. Looking back at it, did it age well? A lot of shit doesn't. There's a lot of memes from 2 years ago. Didn't age too fucking well.
Nope.
There's a lot of comments that, I don't know, past presidents have made that didn't age too well.
Do y'all still give a shit about that? No. So
Look, it's just how it is. And I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to be like, yeah, I said that. Should I have? No, probably not. My bad. Sorry. But I'm not going to be like, oh, that was a different guy. If I'm a different guy, that means I'm high on some really good hallucinogenics. And I honestly probably don't even sound like me because I'm like, bruh, fucking race, Jews, like that's what it's gonna sound like if it's not fucking me.
Todd.
Or it's gonna be like, so like, I'm gonna sound like Ben Shapiro slowed down if it's not me.
Don't want to see that.
It's just how it is. I will take accountability for what I say. And that's how it is. And that's why I go back and listen to the episodes. So that way I don't have my son coming up to me going, so what the fuck?
So you hate Chinese
It's
people,
like,
huh?
so, that's, you say some shit like that. And here's the thing is I have to be 100% accountable for what I say because I know my son listens to it.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm not going to get on here and say some ill shit that I don't believe in. If I'm saying it, it's probably some shit that I've given some sort of forethought to at some point in time. May it have been a well thought out thought right now? Nah, probably not. I may just be ranting.
You may construct it better as a better idea later on.
Yeah, it may be something that I've had a whole well thought out process when I was space cruising. Like, I may have had a 45-minute conversation with myself driving home from Tremont or someplace. In my brain, just having one of those fucking conversations when you're all spaced out.
Yeah.
And it came out in my brain, as you know, it came out of my mouth right now on the podcast, is fuck vegans. It may just be one of those things. Like, it just could be that simple.
Yeah.
Like, I don't always have time to give you a 45-minute dissertation. Sometimes it's just like, fuck y'all. Like, it's just a thing.
And that's why we do this like this. I mean, are we going to sit here about, okay, this week, cars. We're talking no cars, all the cars.
I mean, in
next week, vitamins, only vitamins. Like, we could literally be talking about anything, bro.
In all honesty, I have also given that thought too, that maybe on occasion we should actually figure out what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of topics that if people like.
But at some point in time, we should be like, oh, we're going to talk, because we started out that way.
Yeah.
With like episode 2, we were talking about music and shit like that. And after that, we're just like, let's just poke Mike till he starts screaming and shit. Is what it's kind of come down to. It's
He caught on! Yes!
I know what it is. I understand the trappings of this whole podcast.
I just want to sing you, man!
I understand what it is. And I understand that's why people are here. I understand what the attraction is. What's the dancing angry bear? Woo!
What's he gonna bitch about
Who's he
today?
gonna eat today? Fuck yeah! I get it. I understand. I'm a pit bull that you trick the dudes to go into the fucking yard to get the football back. I get it. I get it. Which one of the two kids that went over the fence is gonna get eaten today? I get it.
Oh, he's so nice.
Look, I am the beast in fucking the Sandlot. I get it. I get it. Like, you can't go over there. The beast will eat you. I understand. I understand exactly what the fuck I am and what the fuck my job is. Here's go. Oh, y'all motherfuckers want to know. And then I just yell at shit for a while. I get it. I understand that. But on occasion, maybe we should put, I don't know, let's talk about this today. Not that it's going to change anything. It's still going to end up the same fucking way.
Yeah.
That's why I really... Look, dude, I still have it in my phone that I had one point in time written out a fucking structure for the show.
Like we were supposed to just kind of go this way or go that
Like,
way.
I legitimately... I have the intro, the welcome, the in, the out, the feed, the news, the comments, the topic, the sponsors, and the outro. I have it written down on how... I was like, we should structure the show like this. You know what happens now? We turn on the microphones and go, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, fuck that guy, you're cool, fuck that guy, what the fuck is that? I'm out.